You hear this phrase a lot. The first 1,000 days of life. From conception right through to age 2. It's called the foundation of a child's future for a reason. What happens then can genuinely shape brain power, health, even productivity for their entire life. Today, we're going to dig into why nutrition during this specific window is so incredibly vital, and we'll focus particularly on the situation here in India.
It really is a critical window. I mean, think about this. By the time a child is just 2 years old, 80% of their adult brain development is already done.
80%. That's staggering.
It is. And crucial parts, like the frontal lobes responsible for planning, decision-making, self-control, they're growing incredibly rapidly during this time. So inadequate nutrition or even lack of stimulation during this period, it can lead to permanent, genuinely irreversible damage to brain development, to physical growth. It's a very narrow window of opportunity.
Okay, the stakes are clearly incredibly high. So when we talk about a nutrition crisis in India, what's the scale we're actually looking at? Are the numbers as worrying as they sound?
Unfortunately, yes. They're pretty stark. If you look at the Global Hunger Index for 2024, India ranks 105 out of 127 countries. That signals a serious level of hunger.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's the national data, like the NFHS 5 survey. It shows 35.5% of children under 5 are stunted. That means they're too short for their age, indicating chronic malnutrition.
Chronic, right.
And 19.3% are wasted too thin for their height, which points to acute malnutrition. Nearly a third, 32.1%, are underweight. And it's not just children. 57% of women aged 15 to 49 are anemic. That has huge knock-on effects. Plus, there's the affordability issue. The FAO found in 2022 that over half, 55.6% of Indians, simply cannot afford a healthy diet. And the cost of that diet's gone up from about $2.86 a day in 2017 to $3.36 in 2022.
Wow, so it's hitting people's pockets harder, too. This makes it clear it's not just about, not having enough food quantity-wise. It sounds much more complex. What different forms does this malnutrition actually take?
Exactly. It's not just hunger, as we might traditionally think of it. There's undernutrition, obviously, which we've touched on, leading to those irreversible losses in learning ability, productivity down the line. But then, increasingly, especially in cities, we're seeing overnutrition. Rising obesity, more non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart conditions, often linked to diets high in processed foods and less active lifestyles.
Right, the other side of the coin.
And then there's what we call hidden hunger. This is insidious. It's deficiencies in essential micronutrients, things like iron, iodine, zinc, vitamin A. You might not see obvious signs initially, but these deficiencies silently undermine the immune system, cognitive development. The damage happens quietly.
Hidden hunger. That's a worrying thought. So, given we know how critical these first few years are, and the science seems clear about the long-term, often irreversible effects, why does the system struggle? Why isn't India's food system delivering the optimal nutrition needed? What are the systemic issues?
Yeah, that's the core question, isn't it? There are some major systemic flaws. For decades, our farming system has heavily focused on calorie density, mainly rice and wheat. Staples.
Right, the Green Revolution focus.
Exactly. Which was important for food security then, but it came at the cost of neglecting more nutrient-dense foods like millets, pulses, fruits, and vegetables. This kind of monoculture reduces dietary diversity overall. Then you add issues like poor storage infrastructure. We lose a significant amount of food and nutrients after harvest. And market linkages are often weak, making it hard for farmers growing diverse, nutritious crops to actually get them to consumers effectively and affordably.
So it's a whole chain of issues, from farm to plate. Given this complexity, what's being done? What are the key initiatives trying to tackle this?
Well, there are several major government programs. Poshan Abhiyaan, launched in 2018, is the flagship nutrition mission aiming to reduce stunting, wasting, anemia. There's Poshan, which provides midday meals in schools, crucial for older kids. The ICDS program works through the Anganwadi centers, providing basic health and nutrition for young children and mothers.
The Anganwadis, right.
And the National Food Security Act from 2013 provides subsidized grains to a huge chunk of the population, around 80 crore people. Plus, there are efforts around food fortification, adding micronutrients back into staples like salt, oil, milk. More recently, we have Mission Poshan 2.0, consolidating efforts, and Poshan B Padai B, which explicitly tries to integrate nutrition interventions with early childhood education.
Okay, that's quite a comprehensive list of initiatives. Are we seeing lessons learned from elsewhere? Are there examples from other countries that have tackled similar challenges effectively that maybe offer some inspiration?
Absolutely. There's some really interesting global models. Brazil, for example, has a school feeding program that mandates schools buy at least 30% of their food from local family farms, boosts nutrition and the local economy.
Smart. Double impact.
Exactly. Peru used conditional cash transfers, the Juntos program. Families receive money if they met conditions like getting health checkups for their kids and ensuring school attendance. It significantly cut stunting rates. Japan's school lunch system is famous for providing balanced, diverse meals planned by nutritionists. And Rwanda has used community-based models, empowering local women's groups to deliver nutrition education and support. Even the UNICEF Baby-Friendly Hospital Initiative promoting breastfeeding globally is key.
So tailored approaches seem vital. Community involvement, linking different sectors.
Precisely. There's no single magic bullet. It requires a multi-pronged approach. As you think about all this, the science, the stats, the systemic issues, the potential solutions, what really stands out to you as maybe the most critical area for change?
It really drives home that nutrition in those first 1,000 days isn't just about food parcels or calories. It is fundamentally about shaping India's future potential. Healthy, well-nourished children today mean a stronger, more productive, more capable nation tomorrow. So maybe the thought to leave you with is, how deeply does this foundational period truly underpin everything else? And what collective actions, big or small, can really